Greetings. Let's continue with our Infinite Runner using Unity Playground. So when we last stopped, we created these 3 platform spawners, and to see where they are located, they are further down the right, I think. Okay, so we are spawning these platforms of the same size. So what I want to do is create platforms of different sizes. Okay, so we've got platform 1, and what I'm going to do is duplicate this. So just click on it at the bottom and hit Control D and Control D again. So we've got platform 2 and platform 3. Open up platform 2 and let's just resize this. So I'm going to make the scale. You can make this what you want, and you'll have to play around with this. So I'm going to go with 0.7. So as we're going up, we're going to have our platforms smaller. Okay, so it will be created as a smaller size. Let's actually try 0.6, and then the last one, platform 3, let's make you 0.4. Okay, I'm going to save that and click back here. Remember, that was our prefab editor that we were in. So whenever you want to get out of your prefab editor, just click on the back button and let's go to our prefab spawner. So the first one is the bottom one, which is fine. We'll leave that as is. A spawner, and I'm going to rename this to spawner 2, and the last one to spawner 3. Let's click back on spawner 2, and we are going to click and drag platform 2 onto that one. And spawner 3, I'm going to click and drag platform 3. Spawn interval, let's just leave them all at 3 and see what happens. So when you press play, I'm just going to click on scene again and see how this creates. Okay. So I think the size of these are a bit too big still. Let's make them smaller. So I'm going to click on platform 2. Let's make you 0.4. In platform 3, let's make you 0.2. Press play again. Click on scene. I need to click back. And that looks a bit better. Let's just see, we need to add in the characters. Okay, so this here I think is a bit too low. Let's increase the size of our, okay, if we click on game, I'll tell you what I'm looking for. The size of these is too big. So what we need to do is, actually, let's just zoom out on our camera. So select your camera, and I'm going to change the size. Let's try 8 point something. Press play. And that looks better, so we can move the platform spawners up and down a bit. So spawner 1, let's move it down in line there at the bottom of the camera, and this one about there. Platform 3 I'll leave as is, and let's see how this looks. Okay, so this is spawning at the bottom. Maybe we can move it up slightly, but for now let's add in a character and see how this plays out. So I'm going to stop this and save. Back on our project, let's go back to assets and images, creatures, and what can we choose? Let's go with an alien this time. So what we are going to have to do is create an initial platform first, so otherwise this guy has nothing to stand on. So let's just drag in platform 1, and that will start moving immediately. So let's just put it there. And press play. Let's see how this works. So it looks slow enough. Of course, we need to configure our character a bit still. So we're going to press stop, and we need to add in, make sure you have alien selected, add component, and move with arrows. We don't want to move in all directions. We want only horizontal. And note, when you add your move with arrow script, it adds your rigid body 2D with a gravity of 1, which is fine. And let's add component jump. So I went through these scripts in some of my beginner tutorials, so make sure you check them out if you're not familiar with these. Link is in the description. Okay, so we've got space, jump strength. Let's just make this a bit higher. I'm going to set it to 50 and see how this plays out. Oh, whoops. Did I forget? Alien doesn't. Oh, I thought it adds a collider automatically. So add component, we want a box collider. Actually, let's not use a box collider this time, because a box collider will get stuck in the tiles. So I want to add a capsule collider. You make sure you choose the 2D version. So capsule collider 2D. And that creates it nicely around our character. And just on our rigid body, we need to set some constraints, otherwise it's going to tip over. So we want to freeze rotation on Z. Save, press play. And that's still not working. Is there something wrong with my platform? Did I not add a collider on my platform? Not good. So now I need to go into each one of these and let's add a colliders quickly. So on these we want box colliders. And nope, I chose the wrong one. Back box collider 2D. Platform 2 will do the same thing. Platform 3. The same. And just make sure as you add them that you select auto tiling so it fills up your platform properly. Auto tiling. Why does that not look like it works? I can't see the collider. Just gonna adjust the parameters. Oh, that's interesting. I'm just gonna remove this collider, add it in again. I'm not sure if I needed to select auto tiling as soon as it's created. No. Let's just increase the size a bit. Doesn't seem to be having any effect. What's the difference? Let's see. 3 is working fine. So we've got tile mode continuous. Oh, okay, well it's displaying now. Okay, that must have just been a glitch with the editor. Sorry about that. So we can go back in. Let's play. Okay, so it's having an effect on our colliders. It's just pushing them down. Let's go back to our platform 1. And it's got rigid bodies on them. So let's just freeze the Y position. Select each of them again. Make sure you got Y frozen. And see if that works better. Okay, that's still rotating, so we need to freeze rotation as well. Okay, so what I should have done is gotten the platform working properly before creating the duplicates and adding them to the scenes, because now I have to do everything 3 times, which is fine. Our alien just went off into I don't know where. I'm gonna stop that and just set the jump speed lower, and we need friction as well. I think friction is the main thing. So let's see, your body linear drag I'll set to 5. Let's see if that works better. Okay, so that's better. It does kind of float down, so we need to set gravity is way too low. Let's set it to 9.8. 9.8 meters per second. That's what gravity is on Earth. And we can only jump once and then it doesn't work again. So we need to just edit our platforms again. And what we need to do, we need to do them one at a time. We just need to tag them each as ground, because our jump script relies on checking that the player is standing on the ground before he can jump. Cool. And oops. Okay, so we can still push the push our platforms with the character, which is fine. Let's just add the increase the jump again. Let's make it about 80 this time. Press play. So you see, there's a lot of trial and error involved here. Cool. Oh, whoops. Okay, fell down. Obviously, we need to check for death. So we need to add bounding boxes, I think, to the left and right of the screen and to the bottom. Oh, whoops. Okay. You can see I knocked that platform out of the way. Just want to play this one more time. Check the controls properly. That is too fast at the bottom. I think I need them spawning quicker as well. So let's try. Oh, whoops, I delayed it. Let's try. What was it? Spawn interval was 5. Let's make it 3. Just gonna click on scene so I can see better. Okay, so that looks better to me. I just don't like how they're spawning a bit on top of each other, but I don't think there's much we can do about that. I will play around with it a bit and see. For now, I think this is okay. This gives me something to play on. So I just stopped it and press play again. Okay, so now it shouldn't be easy to fall down. Okay, good. Okay, so that is spawning a lot. And we have the basis for an infinite runner, guys. This is actually pretty cool. So we need to tweak this and make this look better, of course, and get it to play better. But I think we will carry on with this in the next lesson. In the meantime, I want you guys, I know how to fix this, so let's leave this as a bit of a challenge to you guys. Let's see if we can fix it so that it doesn't move the platforms if I bump against it. So watch, if I bump against these platforms, they tend to move off a bit. You see that happen with this platform at the bottom. Okay, so try to figure that out, and I'll catch you guys in the next lesson. Cheers.